Welcome back friends to our numerical computing series. Today I'm going to explain you a new method called Gauss-Seidel method. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So guys, Gauss-Seidel method is very similar to Gauss-Jacobi method, but there is a minor difference. We will talk about this on later. So first let's start solving this. As you can see, we have been given three questions, that is 45x1 plus 2x2 plus 3x3 is equals to 58. This will be our equation number 1. And minus 3x1 plus 22x2 plus 2x3 is equals to 47. This will now become our equation number 2. And 5x1 plus x2 plus 20x3 is equals to 67. This will be our equation number 3. So, just like we do in Gauss-Jacobi method, we will check if the given equations are diagonally dominant or not. So, we have to check if x1 from equation 1, x2 from equation number 2 and x3 from equation number 3. If these elements are greater than the sum of the other two elements in the equation. So from equation number 1, we have to check if 45 is greater than or equal to 2 plus 3, that is 45 is greater and equal to 5. This is correct. Similarly, we have to check that 22 is greater or equals to minus 3 plus 2, that is 22 is greater or equals to minus 1. This is also correct. And 20 is greater than 5 plus 1, that is 20 is greater or equals to 6. This is also correct. So now we can see that we have the three equations are diagonally dominant, so we will have a very precise answer, and this is good for us. Now we will make matrix as we do in Gauss-Jacobi method. We will write all the coefficients and constants in the matrix, that is 45, 2, 3, minus 3, 22, 2, 5, 1, 20, and here we will write all the constants, that is 58, 47 and 67. Now we will make equations for x1, x2 and x3 using this matrix. So now our x1 will be equals to 58 minus 2x2 minus 3x3 whole divided by 45. This will become our equation number 4. Similarly, we will solve for x2, and x2 will become 47 plus 3x1 minus 2x3 whole divided by 22. This will be our equation number 5, and we will do this for similarly for x3, that is 67 minus 5x1 minus x2 whole divided by 20. This will be our equation number 6. Now, just like we do in Gauss-Jacobi method, to calculate x1 the first time, we put x2 and x3 is equals to 0. We will do here the same. For x1 is equals to 58 minus 2 0 minus 3 0 whole divided by 45. So this will become 58 upon 45, and this is equals to x1 is equals to 1.28. So first we get x1. Now here is a change of game. As in Gauss-Jacobi method, what we do is, in the second iteration that we first calculate x1, x2, x3, we put x2 and x3 is equal to 0 where in equation 4, x1 and x3 0 in equation 5, and x1 and x2 0 in equation number 6. But there is difference in Gauss-Seidel method, and that is when we have calculated x1 the first time. Now we will put x1 is equals to 1.28 when we are calculating x2, and we will put x3 0. And when we will find x2 from equation 5, then we will put the value of x1 and x2 in equation 6 to find x3. So for calculating x2, we can write equation as x2 is equals to 47 plus 3x1, that is 1.28, minus 2, and x3 we have 0 whole divided by 22, and the answer we will get from this is x2 is equals to 2.31. Now to solve x3, we will put value of x1 and x2, that is x3 equation is 67 minus 5 x1, that is 1.28, minus x2, that is we got 2.31 whole divided by 20, and x3 we got is 2.91. So if we want to make table now, iteration x1, x2, x3. So in first iteration, in Gauss-Jacobi method, we write 0 0 0 in first iteration, and in second iteration we put the values what we get after putting 0. But in Gauss-Seidel method, as we got 1.28 in x1, we got 2.31 x2, and we got 2.91 x3. So we will write it here directly. Now for second iteration, we will put value of x2 and x3 in our equation number 4. So to calculate x1, x1 is equals to 58 minus 2x2, that is x2 we have 2.31, and minus 3x3, that is 2.91 whole divided by 45. By calculating this, we will get answer x1 is equals to 0.99. Now to find x2, we have 47 plus 3x1. Now we will put x1 0.99. This is the updated value. So we will put 0.99 and minus 2. x2 we have 2.91. Sorry, x3 we have 2.91. So 2.91 whole divided by 22. So x2 we have got 2.006, and similarly for x3 we have 67 minus 5 x1, that is 0.99 the updated value, minus x2, that is 2.006 the updated value, 2.006 whole divided by 20. So x3 we have 3.002. So we will update these values in our table in second iteration. So in second iteration we got x1, that is 0.99, we got x2, that is 2.006, and we got x3, that is 3.002. So, just like that, we can solve further iterations in Gauss-Seidel method. This is the difference between Gauss-Jacobi method and Gauss-Seidel method. Hope you guys understood the method, Gauss-Seidel method explained by me, and we will meet in another video with another question by same method. So stay tuned.